Hello YouTube, this is Intuitive Retta. How are you? I'm sorry I haven't been around in the last few weeks. My furnace went for like 5 days. I had no heat. It was freezing. And then now I'm sick. So it was like the furnace went and now I'm like sick, especially worse at night. But I'm doing this reading on Joe Rogan. Joe. My advice to you is you never surrender to terrorists. Joe has lost a lot of respect. Joe Rogan has lost a lot of respect for me personally. And now I look at his numerology birth cards, I can kind of understand him better. I wish I kind of knew his birth cards and stuff beforehand, but I lost a lot of respect for him because he acts like, or he pretends to be an alpha male. And he's surrendering, and he's been on this apology tour since last week. He had different doctors on discussing the C word, and the left got crazy, and he apologized. Why are you apologizing to have a conversation with opposing opinions? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to learn something. You're not an expert. Now with the N word, your listeners know who you are, Joe. They know what context you said things in. These are just sound bites of him saying the word, but what about the whole conversation? I've been listening to you off and on for probably the last 8 years. I know you're not a racist. I know whatever you said was in context. So you apologizing for first saying the word, the N word. And no matter what you say, the people that are opposing you are never going to agree with you. They're just seeing blood in the water, Joe. So you are showing them that you're wounded. I expected you to be an alpha man, stick by your own, context, 10 toes down, and not apologize, for what your conversation, not apologize for who you are. This and that, and this apology tour that you're on this last week has really lowered, because these people would not like you or listen to you regardless. They're probably listening to you, you probably got more trying to see where you mess up at, but your loyal listeners know the type of person you are. So you on this apology tour has lowered and diminished your respect for everybody. And you've said it before, never to apologize, and for you to apologize, I understand you're going through a lot of probably corporate pressure, this and that. And I see now why they're after you. When Trump was in office, when you were, going off on Trump and talking crap about Trump, they were fine with it. But then it seems like the last couple of years, while you've been watching the news and stuff like that, you've kind of you've been leaning more and more right. And that's like most people. I was a leftoid before. I was a lifetime Democrat. I changed it in 2017 or 18. I changed my party. But it seems like you're going more and more right, and now you're the #1 podcast, and there's only one way for you to go is down, and you're making it easy for them. So Joe is the lovers and the devil. So I understand why he's on this apology tour. The lovers and the lovers and the devil they want to be loved, so they look for a validation from outside sources. So if you get he's not listening to the many people that love him. He's only hearing the negative aspect, which is the devil. He's hearing the negative, people yelling and this and that. And he wants these people to love him. These people are never going to love you, Joe. And if you're looking for your validation and your self-worth through these people, it's never going to happen. Okay? So the lovers and devil, when I always say when they made this contract with God to come to this earthly plane, they had a contract, and God was like, okay, I'm going to give you all that's needed within you, but it's up to you to find it. And what the lovers forget is that everything that they have and everything that they need is within them. but they're so busy looking on the outside. They're usually people that look for the grass is greener on the other side. I'm surprised. The Lovers is also, the devil's addiction, all the the addiction, adultery. I'm surprised he wasn't a big cheater. I don't know. Did he have drug use? I could see that, because that's part of the devil, the little devil on your shoulder, always looking for acceptance and love and stuff from everybody else, and not looking at from within yourself. So a lot of Lovers and devil have kind of low self-esteem. And they're always given these choices, but a lot of times they make the wrong choice. This year for him is this year for him is the Cherry and the Tower. So this is a year of being stubborn, going full steam ahead, damn the consequences. And we can see that. He gets something in his head and he's going full steam ahead and not thinking of plan A, plan B, plan C, and damn the consequences. You rushed out with these apologies and didn't think of plan B, plan C, plan D, and even listening to your old advice back in the days that, never apologize. And so this is to your own detriment, you being stubborn and not really listening to your listeners, because I've seen people posting all the time, since this happened, don't surrender, don't apologize, and you did anyway. So this is your own tower event. But the great thing about the tower, it's about chaos and confusion and crumbling. But with that, even with them trying to cancel you and crumble you, you have the ability to reinvent yourself and to come back like a phoenix. Next year for you is your strength in the star. So maybe next year is the point of you not taking things so personally and not letting that reptilian part of our brain, the animalistic part of our brain, and be strong and overcome. And you'll be back out in the spotlight. 2024 is about Hermit and the Moon. So worry about depression in 2024, isolating yourself, drinking and stuff like that, and all the bad, little vices that you have being on display in 2024. So I hope that this isn't the start of you self-destructing internally with drugs, drinking, this and that. But remember, even when things appear to be crumbling and the tower's happening, it's always a time to, if they take everything away, it's for you to come back anew. You have long-term subscribers and listeners that will stand by you. You got to stop with this apology tour. All right, that's my little ramble. So we're going to look at Joe Rogan, where he's at right now. Okay, where is Joe right now in the midst of his apology tour? Joe Rogan. And I'm also going to do Joe Biden this month. Sorry. Hopefully I can do it tonight or tomorrow. I've just been wheezing all night. Okay, this is the energy that's all around him. I'm going to use this deck for Joe Biden too. This is the Circus deck. Someone, when I said I'm not really connected with Joe Biden, I was like, oh, the Circus deck. And yeah, so we're using this. So Joe Rogan, where is he at right now? In the midst of his apology tour. Okay, he needs to learn how to balance. He needs to learn how to balance and not hide behind anything, and not try to hide behind something, and embrace the love and the flowers that are given to you, and stop trying to hide behind apologies or whatever. Take your mask off. Stop trying to balance things. You see right here, it reminds me of the tower. It's leaning, so it's not completely torn down. Balance what you're out there saying, and so forth. You need some balance right now. Let's see where you are right now. And the Three of Rings is you're trying to do a lot of, I think it's like you're trying to juggle many hats. One is way out there and you're trying to juggle 3 hats, but one's like kind of out of your control, and 2 you're kind of holding on to. So it's 3 business things. So it's not only Spotify, there's something else. There's one, maybe yourself, and something else you have maybe even the Joe Rogan experience you have a full grasp on. It's the third thing that's kind of where the money's coming from. So kind of Spotify. You have your eye on what they're doing and what they're saying and stuff like that. But remember, you can only control what's in your grasp. You can't control this outside things. Sometimes that money and that outside thing isn't necessarily for your show. So even if Spotify lets you go, or, you know, this and that, you still have your Joe Rogan experience and your talent, you know, that you can juggle. So let's see. What's the cross to bear with that? It's inspiration. It's the passion. So you just got to fight, you know, for you to kind of keep your juggling going. You got to fight. Don't give up. See, you're not dead yet. See, this is a hand coming from the ground. You know, they're trying to bury you alive. You're not dead yet. Hold that. Like I said, stand on your 10 toes down, you know, and fight back, and be aggressive and passionate about that. And that will help you juggle and balance all these 3 hats that you're trying to do right now, and give you inspiration. Underneath it all is adversity. People want you to be a sacrifice. You know, people want to see you fall, see you crumble. People want to throw darts at you. This man's tied up on the wheel, you know, vulnerable. You're vulnerable, and you're leaving yourself open for them to just freaking throw darts at you. You know, to kind of kill you, wound you, hurt you, and you're not doing anything. You're surrendering. Let's not do that right now. Let's see what's going on for the last year. Community, the community for the last year has rallied behind you. You've been successful. You know, you have a community, you know, of different people, places, and things. That's your community is your strong foundation. You know what I'm saying? They're here for you. You know what I'm saying? And they've been here for you for the last year, but and they're passionate. The 4 of batons, they're very passionate. So don't forget that. What's on your mind is the 2 of rings of trying to balance. See, this is that balance card again. This is of trying to balance. Trying to balance your performance and also, you know, you're trying to balance your performance along with your physicality, money, you know, jobs, this and that. But you're feeling like you're feeling like someone else is kind of controlling your thing. You want to go one way and the other one, and you're having a hard time balancing. You feel like you're on a tightrope, and that any way you can fall. But if you realize if you fall that way, there's a whole bunch of like balloons to catch you falling. You see, you still have your voice. See that sword up in the air is your voice and your mental clarity, ready for battle. You still have that. And then here you're still trying to balance things, you know, and realize that, you know, things are never going to be quite in balance in the thought of public opinion. And you're feeling like you're running a tightrope. So realize that if you fall, there's going to be a cushion. So if you keep with your morals and your thoughts and your talking, and you don't really care that the scales are skewed a little bit, that it will catch you when you fall. You might have a fall, but it won't be a painful fall. You'll have this to hold you. But if you go the other way, you're going to have a painful fall. So adjust to that. The lovers, beware of your choices. Don't let them make a fool of you. Don't be a clown, you know. Don't let them kind of seduce you into thoughts. And don't look for your validation. Like I said, you're the lovers and the devil from other people, from listeners, from the public opinion. You know, only God can judge you. You know what I'm saying? Only the God can judge you. Don't be a puppet. Don't be a clown for them. You know, let's see. All out and over. The 8 of buckets. It's like walking away. Are you feeling like you're going to walk away from the show? Maybe you need to walk away from Spotify. You know, money's not everything. You can always get more money. You can't get your own moral compass back. You can't get your own madness back. You can't get your alpha back. You can't get your balls back. Because you've lost your balls, Joe. So maybe you do need to walk away from it all. But if you look at the elephant, you walk away, you're still a cash cow. Elephant's about luck, abundance, money. You know what I'm saying? So you're walking away with abundance, even though you had, what, $100 million from Spotify? Not all money's good money. So look at this. People are looking for what you're going to say. So people are looking for what you're going to say. So use this time in the spotlight to put your own narrative out. People are looking for what you're going to say. So don't allow them to take the narrative and run. Don't be apologetic. Be manly. Be aggressive. Stand on your 10 toes and make it your show. You know what I'm saying? Make it your show. Put out what you want to put out, because what you put out will supersede what they're putting out against you. Transformation, there's a lot of 8 you had. You had the 8s of like walking away, and this is the 8 of Pentacles. This is about kind of confusion. Too much is going on. Too much chaos. You're worried about too many other things, and it's a pigsty. Clean your shit up. Clean your stuff up. Don't allow the monkeys and the pigs to sully you. Focus on your craft, on your thing, and keep going one step at a time. And if you have to start over, realize that like the phoenix, you can rise again. It feels like you're in the muck right now, but keep working on you and keep doing what you're doing. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to look at his show. Let's see what's going on with Joe Rogan's show, the Joe Rogan Experience. And then I want to see his relationship with Spotify. So what's going on with Joe Rogan and his show? A revelation. See, what I like about that card, about the revelation, is that, she seems like she's by herself. She's got a mask on. She's hiding behind something. And also, she can't see clearly. She's around, like, not everything. It's like, it looks like, she's in this beautiful place of abundance and stuff, but she's alone, with this mask on. And she's not truly being, who she wants to be, She's kind of cowering down. Your revelation is to man the hell up. Okay, let's see. Joe Rogan. I'm going to do past, present, and future for the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. And then I want to do the relationship between him and past, present, and future. Okay, in the past. Nobody in the past, there was a lot of different illusions about who you were, what you were doing. Nobody really, in the past, people were listening. People didn't understand why people were listening. Why they didn't understand the whole Joe Rogan Experience, like the radio show. A lot of people, you had a lot of people listening. And they're loyal. Like, these dogs are loyal. And the public, the general public that don't listen, they have no idea. Like, they only seen a sliver of you. And they only illuminate this small part of you. They didn't see what Joe Rogan Experience was going to be. You from the very beginning, you had loyalty. You had loyal listeners. You had people that would fight for you. But you also, from the very beginning, had people kind of creeping, watching you and creeping, ready to kind of bring you down. Your voice is powerful. Your voice is powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. You need to be strategic. Use your voice, your thoughts, your mental strategically and with precision. Use them strategically and precision. Even though you're feeling like you're in a wasteland right now, you still have the ability to turn this around and become a butterfly. Transform this. You have the passion. You have the ability. You can fan the flames of your own thoughts and ideas and clarity. Strike with precision and control your narrative. Control your narrative. People are looking to see, what's Joe going to say next? What's Joe going to do? How is he going to come? Ignore what the mainstream media is posting about you and talking about you, do your own narrative. You still have the ability to create your own narrative. With passion. Okay, let's see the relationship between Spotify and Joe Rogan real fast. Spotify and Joe Rogan. Let's see. See the relationship between Spotify and Joe Rogan. The energy around their Russian is, it's expression. So there was some celebration and changing from one to the other. It was good money, good times. So their relationship is pretty good. Let's see where they are right now. It's an art. It's still trying to balance things. But also, one foot in, one foot out. Spotify appears to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Joe appears to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, trying to balance things, emotions, and standing on common ground. So things are kind of up in the air, but I think, as this thing is art, as anything is possible. Let's see, where's Joe at? Joe feels like they're making him out to be a criminal. He's trying to balance. See, the cards are saying a lot of things about him balancing. He doesn't really understand which way to go. And he has his blades up. He's ready to fight. But what are you fighting? Which way are you fighting? Because in one aspect, you left your blind spot, your ass, exposed, and it's a blind spot. Your ass is exposed. So are you fighting in the right direction? And you left your ass exposed, and you're feeling like you are defending yourself like you're a criminal. You're on the offense like you're a criminal. Let's see. Spotify wants to change things. They want to change things. They want to change the Joe Rogan experience. Joe, you got to realize they're about money. They want you to keep working, but they want to kind of change you. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they want to clean you up. They want to take away what makes Joe and clean you up, but have you continue to work. What does Joe want from Spotify? Joe feels like he's in the dark right now. He wants to know what Spotify is going to do for him in the future, meaning with these attacks and all this. He feels like he's in the dark. He wants some enlightenment from some future guarantees in regards to Spotify. What does Spotify want from Joe? They want dominion over him. They're gluttonous, greedy bastards at Spotify. They want to hold dominion over him. That he's made them a lot of money. They've got fat with it. You know what I'm saying? They're gluttonous, and they want dominion over the Joe Rogan experience. They want complete control. He's ready to walk away. Joe is ready to walk away and take his stuff with him. He's ready to walk away. Emotionally, he's ready to walk away. Spotify is kind of stuck. Are they willing to sacrifice? This is a card about sacrificing. Are they feel tied? What are you really sacrificing? Spotify, you're acting like you're doing this big sacrificial thing, but you're not. You're gluttonous and you're greedy. And so are you just going to do nothing and kind of tie his hands and feet and act like you're sacrificing something when you're really not? Let's see. 9 of Blades. They want to kind of look at this. The 9 of Blades, they want Joe Rogan to play to the tune of their beat. They want to kind of look at this. They're sitting on this person's chest, and this sword is coming up through this lady's head. So they want to have more control. of his thoughts and his ideas. They also want to have more control over what he says that come out his mouth. He's trying to stay strong, Joe Rogan is, but the weight is very heavy. The weight is very heavy, and they are trying to make him beat to their drum. And can he stand the pressure of this weight? Can Joe Rogan stand the pressure of this weight? Because it's strong, it's heavy. Can he? Or is he going to allow them to self-imprison him? His mouth, his ideas, stuff like that. I feel like he might have to go on his own. You know, he might have to go on his own. He may have to go out on his own and lead to the promised land. You know, this might be something that kind of, you know, is making him going to stand taller and use his light to see a different way out or see a different result. This would be a perfect time for you to open up your own like social media video program or something like that. You got $100 million, even if you got $50 million, you still have the ability to, you know, be, you know, stand tall, be an individual, and lead others to the promised land. You know? It's up to you. It's up to you. You know, which way are you going? Are you still going to kind of ride for Spotify because they're giving you the money because it's easier? Because the ring rider, you know, she just rides. You know, she doesn't have a care. The money's just coming in. She doesn't have no real care in the world. Are you going to continue to ride towards Spotify for them to be your, you know, your daddy, basically, you know, the money maker, this and that? Or are you going to turn this horse around and put your own? You have the ability, you have the formula to be your own kind of boss, make your own money and make big moves. Or are you still going to keep going towards Spotify? This is the flashpoint. This is a deciding factor. Are you gonna go for Spotify, where they have this the safety net for you, you know, for you to grab on, or are you gonna free fall on your own? It's up to you. This is the time to act. This is the time to act. Which way are you gonna go? There's a lot of 8s are showing up for you. So this is a lot of 8s. 8s is about, you know, continuing working, you know, or walking away. Or, you know, are you going to go for this safety rope that they're pulling you? Or are you going to dive out on your own? The audacity, the 7 of Blades is that you're going to feel kind of betrayed. You're feeling betrayed. And see, this sword is also by the ass. So I'm like, your ass is not protected. Your ass is not protected. You're not talking where you need to be talking. You're not using your clarity, your knowledge, your precision in the right. It's coming from your ass. It's not coming from the front. And you're walking around like a chicken with your head cut off. You know, you're a puppet for them. And yes, you feel betrayed, but you're allowing this. You're going to allow them to lead you into bad times. You're going to allow Spotify and these people you're apologizing, leaving you to turbulent times. And with your turbulent times, you know, you need the public and people to validate you. You're going to go into like a dark place, the devil energy, which is your ego, drinking, vices, this and that. You know, don't feel betrayed. Don't leave your ass uncovered. You have a legacy. You know, you have a legacy. You can come out of this, you know, with more money, more prestige, more business sense, more viewers, more everything. The choice is up to you. Basically, the cards are saying, Joe, you know, you need to get out of Spotify, basically. So let me just see. One more thing. What does it look like if he leaves Spotify? They're just gluttonous. They just want you for, you know. Is he going to stay at Spotify? You know. And what's the future look like? And if he's going to leave. If he stays, okay, the past, he had more things to say in the past. Like, he had more, control. He felt like when he first got to Spotify, he was like a butterfly. His voice was going to reach more people. He could, he had control over things. It was a transformation, but he kind of had his blinders on. Not everything glitters that gold. He was too focused on what was in front of him and not like the unknown. He didn't think of plan B, plan C, plan E after that. So he was kind of focused on what was in front of him, and he kind of had his blinders on. And right now, his future with, like I said before, is unknown. His future with, Spotify is unknown. Also, is that this people are watching. The illusion is there. Are they going to stand tall with you, or are they going to try to control you? If you completely leave Spotify, in the past you went there. This is for you not to go, because you also were greedy. You also, wanted to get fat. That money was very enticing. That was the foundation of your decisions and stuff, was that money. It was very enticing and gluttonous, and maybe you got a little too fat from it. You have the ability to show off your talent, to say, hey, I'm strong. You have something. You have the ability to be prideful again, to show off your talent. Look what I accomplished, and the passion. And I think it's better for you to go on your own. And you have the ability to shine even brighter than you are now, to make this show even better. I think that, so this is the end of this reading. Tell me what you guys think about what I said about Joe and about where things are going. And how do you feel about him apologizing and stuff like that? Let's have a discussion. Thank you guys. Bye.